Hello, everybody, and welcome to DNN's very first March Madness preview show. I'm George Hathaway, and I'm joined with Alex Green and Dylan Hicks, and today we will be telling you our sleeper teams, which are a 10 seed or lower that can make a Cinderella run, our favorite, who do we think is going to win the national championship, and then our final four picks as well. And we're going to start with our sleeper teams, and I'm going to go with 10 ranked Loyola Chicago. I mean, this is a team that's made some noise in the past. We all know that. And this is also the same team that reached the Final Four in 2018 and then, Sweet 16 last year as an 8 seed. So Loyola Chicago not really changing much throughout the last few years. And I think that they're just probably one of the favorites, I think, by everybody to be a sleeper team. They have some of the best players in field goal percentage, and I think that if they can make a run late in March, I think they can kind of keep going and doing what they've just been doing all along.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I have Loyola Chicago beating Ohio State and then beating Nova in my bracket, so I think Loyola Chicago definitely a popular upset pick. And you're talking about the 2018 Final Four run they made. Obviously, they have experience winning games in the NCAA tournament in the past, so who's to say they can't do it again?
Right, definitely some good picks. For my pick for a sleeper team, I'm going to go with UAB. They've won 7 straight games. They average 81 points a game. Their star player, Jordan Walker, averaged 31 points in the Conference USA tournament. Beating Houston, it's not going to be easy, but I definitely think if I'm taking a 12 over 5, that might be where I'm taking it. But that brings us to our final 4 picks. I've got some interesting picks. I've got Gonzaga. I think they're going to make the Final 4. Kentucky, Tennessee, and Kansas. I think that's a pretty good Final 4. Not too many low seeds, but how about you guys?
Yeah, so going back to my sleeper team, actually, I'm going to go with Virginia Tech. I like them. They just won the ACC tournament, beating 3 tournament teams in that process in Notre Dame, North Carolina, and Duke. And we all know that teams that are doing hot at the end of the season, they do well in the NCAA tournament. So I'm going to go with Virginia Tech as my sleeper team. And then for my final 4 picks, I also have the same as Dylan. I have Gonzaga, I have Kentucky, I have Kansas, and I have Tennessee going to my final 4.
I mean, those are very good picks, guys, but I'm going to go a little different here from than what you guys are kind of going with for your final 4. I have Duke, UCLA, Wisconsin, and Kansas in my final 4. I think that the Badgers can make it in there as a 3 seed going into the final 4. A really good team going in, and I think Wisconsin can make some noise in the final 4.
Definitely some interesting picks there, George. Moving on now to our national championship, who we think we're going to win the national championship. I'm going to go with the Kansas Jayhawks. I think they are just one of the most efficient offenses in all of college basketball. They're led by Oshay Agbaji, a really good guard, and they are really a balanced team as well. They have 4 players who are averaging double-digit points a game. So they have their guard they can rely on in Agbaji, but they can also have some guys who can step up if Agbaji is kind of struggling in a game.
Kansas is definitely a good pick, but I'm going to go a little different. The number 1 overall seed, I'm going with Gonzaga. Last year, they lost terribly in the national title game, but I think they're going to be on a little redemption tour this year, and they've got the experience, they've got the talent. I'm going with the Gonzaga Bulldogs as the national champions.
Yeah, that's not bad. I'm gonna have to agree with Alex here, though, Dylan, and I'm gonna go with Kansas as well to win the national championship. They have very great guard play, and then I also think they're underrated to win the national championship this year. I don't think a lot of people have them winning it. All I think a lot of people have Gonzaga or Kentucky, but I think Kansas they can do really well if they can play together as a team. And this is what March is all about. It's all it takes is one game, and I think that Kansas can do it to win the national championship.
Right, Kansas a 1 seed, not a very popular pick as George mentioned. You have, as Dylan mentioned, Gonzaga a popular pick, and then Arizona another 1 seed that a lot of people are picking to win. But I think Kansas, they're a 1 seed, and they're a 1 seed for a reason. They've been dominating the Big 12. They won the Big 12 tournament pretty easily, and they are actually also hot as well as they have won 6 of their last 8 regular season games. So they're coming into the tournament hot, and they're coming off a Big 12 tournament title. So I think they're a really good pick to win the national championship.
Awesome. Well, on behalf of Alex and Dylan, that's going to wrap things up for our March Madness preview show on D News Network. Thanks for watching and enjoy March Madness.